Greetings and welcome to DevLook at GRAV, an action survival game on early access. GRAV is made by a company called Monster, and this is actually their first PC game as far as I know. Before they did a couple of iOS titles, which was relatively good and had a nice reviews there. But it's significantly easier to do a mobile games rather than PC games, and this one is in survival genre, which is quite difficult to pull off properly, But let's start by having a look at the server browser. So this is the client server type of game, and as you can see here, even though it's been out for just 2 weeks, I think, there is a lot of servers here and quite a lot of people actually playing it. This is pretty impressive for an early access game. But we're not gonna play on a remote server now, because then I won't be able to show you all the things that GRAV has. We're gonna run from the local server, and I'm gonna use cheats to get a lot of resources and show you all the things that the game has to offer right now. So let's jump into the console and connect to our local server. The game is actually extremely demanding to the resources now, so if you don't have 8 gigs of RAM, you are probably want to stay away from it. It's a lot of it, so running a server, a dedicated server from the game folder and a game together, it's about 90% of my memory. And I need to leave a bit for Windows and all the other apps that I'm running, like recording and sound recording and all that things. So yeah, I hope that it won't crash while we're recording. Let's hope that it will do. But yeah, let's take a look. So loading times are actually quite large, especially when you first time connect to the server. It has to download some sort of topography data there, and it usually takes from, I don't know, 3 to 5-7 minutes, quite a lot. So if this one will take longer than I'm speaking now, maybe until the loading dungeons finishes, then I will just cut it here, because it can take a couple of minutes. Alright, there we go. The game greets us with the patch notes, or build notes actually, and we can see that the latest one is patch 6.1, and as you can see here by dates, they are pushing up the updates pretty much constantly. It's like almost a daily basis. Here it's actually more, so we have 2 updates in the same day, and there's like 1 update per day with tons of fixes. So the team works pretty hard, and the first thing I have to note about this game is how gorgeous it is. Just look at this. I think it runs on Unreal Engine 4, and I mean that explains a lot of the beautiful graphics here. Unfortunately, at the moment, the options menu are quite limited, so all you can do is toggle dynamic shadow, slide shaft, post-processing, and then the resolution. That's about it. Obviously, enable disable music and invert mouse, and pretty much it. But if you want to meddle with the graphics configurations, you can do this through the ini files, because the Unreal Engine is pretty flexible. So you can do this outside of the game. But yeah, it's not perfect, so early access as usual. Let's take some food here. So this is my base. I built all of that stuff. This is my uplink. Basically, it's your respawn point. You can unbind from it, and that means you will respawn on your first birth location. And you can bind it using wood for some reason. Wood is sort of universal resource here. Not sure why. So this is a beacon that you can see from pretty much any place in the map. Let's not do that. Thank you very much. Then I have some food farms, so I can take food from here. Food in this game is consumed automatically. So again, farms work on wood. I mean, this like sort of explain that this is a compost farm. So you create compost from wood, and farm produces food for you, which looks strangely like some plants, I don't know. So yeah, then I have my generator, which is a bit more advanced tech, which allows you to power up different things, and yep, you guessed correctly, it works on wood. So depending on how much wood you put in, it will work for several hours, which I mean 4 hours for 300 wood is not that bad. 300 wood is quite easily collectible actually. So then I have my Nexus node shield, which is powered from generator and creates this sort of a shield dome around us, as you can see. Quite nice visuals as well. Just turn it off. And I have my turrets here, which use ore for bullets, I assume, because nobody ever attacked yet. This place is a bit too harmless for me. So I have 2 turrets which are on guard, and then I have this thing which I unlocked using cheats, and I think it's broken. Probably you cannot get this in normal way. Alright, and then this is my base I built. So here inside you can see I have a storage bin where I can store stuff, which I actually didn't do yet. So maybe we can... resources, we can try and store something. Does it only allows me to put 1 by 1? Well, that's not... yeah, that's not very... some UI needs work, yeah. Some elements, your elements definitely need some work. And for some reason, my guy wants to use a climbing ladder here. That looks a bit strange. Why is this happening? Look at him. Riding invisible bicycle, I assume. Okay, let's have a look upstairs. So all of those are, again, this is like my base and I built it myself. So what is this? Why is it red? Factory maximum public, yeah, I don't know. Okay, whatever. So this is again something that I've built. This is my sort of base. I can show you the building in a moment. I have here 3 basic stations that you use for crafting. So first one is the armory. You have some ammo, you have weapons. For some reason I think it locked all the blueprints back, so I only have some rotten wood stuff. Let's actually craft them, you know what? Oh, yeah, so it actually changes your appearance, which is pretty nice. And this is obviously a wooden crappiest armor, which looks ridiculous. Flare gun, yeah, let's get the flare gun as well. I now look like a strange woodman, I don't know. Let's put it to hotbar and maybe use it later. Okay, I would prefer an inventory where you can just drag and drop stuff, but we'll see. No, wait, how do I pick my flare gun? Or I cannot pick it. Okay, I guess I cannot pick it. Do I use it from here? Use? No. Locator? Use? No. Yeah, like, I mean, locator actually works. If you look at the top right corner, you will see my coordinates. This is the locator. You don't have a map here, but you have this sort of coordinate-related, coordinate-orientated navigation. This is the materials. I think it's a, what was it, factory. So you can craft more advanced materials from the basic ones. Those recipes actually saved from my unlock. Then you can craft some traps and vehicles like jetpack and motorcycle. I have those, I will show them to you. And then you have your science station where you can craft stuff like health steams, speed steams, different consumables, bandoliers, not sure what the hell is that. And then devices, so I have a locator here, which again, this HUD thing that shows my location. Okay, let's unlock again all, no blueprints. There we go, so now I should be able actually to see what... Oh, right, because I first have to do admin login, right. So we'll log in and now we do, there we go. Let's redo this. There we go. So now you can see there's at the moment 4 types of guns: pulse shotgun, shotgun, assault rifle, and pistol. There is quite a lot of different things to craft, different weapons to craft. Some of them are basically enhancements. I'm not sure if that's the best way to show it. So you can craft just a wooden sword, or you can craft a wooden sword with fire, ice, electric, poison, or player soul enhancements. And there's no explanation what those are. I mean, fire, ice, electric, and poison are pretty self-explanatory, but the player soul is a bit weird. So I like to see some of a tooltip here telling me what the hell is that. I have some shotgun level 10 with some non-existent resources that I don't know how to get, because I got resources through cheating as well, so I should have all resources, yet you see there are 2 of them that are not yet here, I guess. So those are probably placeholders. What else do we have here? Yeah, this is as well some other shotguns, and I mean, you can see there's a lot of weapons and no nice way to filter them. UI can definitely use some enhancement. Same goes for the armor. We can actually try to build this element X armor. Maybe it will look better than what I have now. So we need boots, leggings, then gloves, chest. Yeah, that definitely looks fancier. Helmet. And something else. What did I miss? Boots, leggings, gloves, chest, helmet. I think there's still some piece of wood on me, right? Yeah. I am not sure what's going on. Is it chest? No, it's not chest, right? And this menu is that you can, for some reason, you cannot use a scroll on mouse to scroll it, but you rather have to drag it, like click and drag, which is annoying because the camera is moved the same way. Leggings, gloves, helmets. Okay, let's have a look at here. Gloves, wood, rotten wood. Yeah, use. What the hell was that? Okay. Leggings, helmet. Yeah, okay, I'm wearing helmet. So is it a bug? I guess maybe it's a. Probably it is a bug. I mean, I've equipped the new fancy chest, but for some reason I can see the old one on me as well. But whatever. So let's talk about building. This is, I assume, would be one of the major parts of the game, since you know I assume they want to do this sort of some cycle of enemies who attack you, and then you have to defend your base. And on the top right near the coordinates, you can see the flying bug attack in 6 days. I never gotten to the point where they attack me. The game crashed on me usually. It's not very stable right now. But I assume you know your target would be to create a nice base and then defend yourself from incoming waves of enemies. Okay, let's check out the building. Let's go somewhere here so that we can easily build stuff. So you have 4 categories. First one is rooms. It's basically my base. Let's see, do we have something flat where I can build that? Yeah, let's build it. So it's as easy as this. You know, you point it, you click build, and there you go. We have a room now. So we can go in and sit here. And okay, let's jump down. So the rooms are, you know, pretty basic. Just a bridge, room with door, lookout, which is this stuff here. Oh, God damn it. Which is this stuff you can see here in the corner of my building. This is lookout. Then you have just a support ladder, which is basically a bridge with ladder and with additional support on top. Structural support, the same but without ladder. Balcony, which just has nice borders. Closed room, which is just 4 walls. This is the ones on here. And then you have teleporter room, which I haven't actually tried yet. Maybe we should try that. Okay, let's try it. Let's get up there and see what can we do with the teleporter room. There we go. Okay, let's build it somewhere here, I guess. As far as I understood, there's actually no way to destruct stuff right now. What is even going on? Yeah, there we go. Build. Okay, how does it work? Teleport me somewhere. Guess I have to build another one. Let's try to build it here, maybe. There we go, build. And... ah, yeah, there we go. So, as you might have noticed, even though I am running my server on my local machine, sometimes the game lags. That inexplicable netcode is a bit strange. I mean, kind of does the job, but still, you know, I think my latency is like 20, 30 milliseconds to my local host machine, which should be like basically 0 usually. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Sometimes you get those lags. I mean, it might be related to the fact that client eats like 5.5 gigs of RAM, and then server eats 1.5, which is far from perfect. But yeah, I don't know. So those are the crafting stations that I set up in my home, armory, factory, and science station. Pretty much the same. Then you have placed items, Stargate, which is not yet in the game, but I saw an announcement today that this will be some sort of a portal that you could use to explore different places after you've explored everything around yourself. Storage bin, which is just your typical storage. You can use arrow signs. Those are for dungeon navigation. So yes, there are randomly generated dungeons in this game where you can go for treasure hunt. I mean, there's not much treasure to hunt right now, but I assume this will be a big part of the game. Uplink is the stuff that is your respawn point. Basically, campfire is something that allows you for rapid health regeneration. Let's build this one. So the interesting part is that the health regenerates as you normally just walk around, but the regen rate is quite slow. But if you build a fire and start dancing around it, there's actually a lot of dances in this game. They put at least one with each patch, which is quite crazy if you ask me. So if you start dancing around the campfire, your health will regenerate faster. And the more people dance, the faster it is, which is, I think, a pretty interesting way to handle stuff. Okay, what else do we have? Placed items. Yes, we have flag, which can just put here and say, okay, this is my stuff. I assume later you will be able to customize it. What else? Harvester. This is a thing to harvest this element X and maybe artifacts as well. I'm not sure. So I haven't encountered artifacts in game yet. So, but element X is sort of a, you know, like kind of gas in StarCraft thing that is just on one place, and then you have to place harvester opponent, and then you can grab the element X from the harvester. And then farms are the stuff that produce food. And then you have a powered category that is the stuff that uses generator. So this is a force field door. I'm not sure why is it so small. Probably it is intended to be set here. Yep. So let's build it here. So now we have a force field door. And he still tries to go up. Okay. Yeah, so there's stuff like alarm, turrets, beacons. So this is the one as you saw. Artifact decryptor. This is actually the thing that is broken. So I guess it's just not finished yet. Power relay. Okay, so this extends the range of the generator. Then the generator itself, laser fence. Let's build a laser fence. Why not? So we build it one here, and then we can build one here. As you can see, I mean, you can have pretty sophisticated defenses in this game, actually, which is pretty cool. Did I build it? No, I didn't build. There we go. And then you have Nexus Shield node, which is this this shield that enables this sort of a dome-like defense. But let's... so this is pretty much it about building now. That's all the game has to offer. Obviously, they will expand it. Obviously, there will be more. And, you know, if you are actually doing this, not with cheats, but actually with a proper game progression, it takes quite some time to get even to the basic weapons. It took me, I think, 2 hours. So I sunk in about 3 hours into this game. And it's, I should say, it's pretty enjoyable. But let's take a look at the gathering first, before we go to the combat. So how does it work? Well, you have this multi-tool that you can use to gather pretty much everything. So here's, for example, fossils. So let's gather some fossils. And, you know, you just point it and click it, and that's about it. Then you get resources into your inventory. There don't seem to be any sort of weight limit or whatever, and occasionally there drop these special resources. Weary Wanderer. So there is actually NPCs wandering around the world. You can murder them horribly. That works as well. Tree, is there any special resources? No, let's go talk to this guy. Hey, stop. What? What? Where did he go? Okay, he decided to do... Whoa, 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 whoa. He just... I think he just fell under the textures. Okay, whatever. Let's find another NPC. So I saw NPCs with names like Quest Giver and some vendor and some other stuff. Let's gather. Oh no, there's aggressive slime. Let's try to kill him with a sword. So, combat. Yes, ouch. Well, my armor is pretty good, so there we go. Combat is actually pretty fun. And he exploded. No, he didn't. That was a skill. So what he dropped Slime Tongue and Essence of Poison. Okay. So as you can see, he damaged me a bit, but the combat in this game is pretty fun. You know, it's a sort of... Oh god, this exploding thing. No, 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 you go away. You can actually use multi-tool to stun enemies. Let's use a gun. With my gun. Whoa. There we go. Now he will blow up. Bang. Unfortunately, if he blows up before you can do anything, you won't get any any drops. Okay, so we actually have a resource 6 here, so let's try to build a harvester, which could be interesting for me as well. Never tried that. Built, and there we go. Element X. Yeah, and you just take it once it's harvested stuff. Okay, there's another NPC. Let's try to talk to him. Hey, dude. So at the moment, all the NPCs do are sell the pet recipes. Let's buy all of them. Why not? Or can I only have one? So I know this looks like my pet. Yeah, so there is even pets in the game, which is pretty insane. I wonder if I dance, will my regen rate increase as well? No, I need a campfire, right? Let's craft, what was it? Here we go, campfire, build it here, and then dance around it. And then we go healing from dancing. So here you see, healing from dancing, perfect, makes perfect sense in a sci-fi action-oriented survival game, right? I mean, this is actually cool. Although it could have been a bit better than this, it's still kind of slow. Especially if you're playing alone. Okay, I can see the hunter there. So let's try to use some more fun weapons on him, like a shotgun, for example. There we go. Ah. He's level 1, so he's probably going back pretty quickly. The AI does not seem to be extremely intelligent just yet, or I would rather say it's not reacting all the time. It's like sometimes they behave very nicely and they actually give you a challenge, and during the other times they just randomly wander around while you're killing them. I don't know, maybe that's lags because of my server and lack of memory. So there's another one, let's kill him. Let's get him to the turrets actually. Come on, attack me. Hey. Hey you. What is even going on here? Critical. Come here. Yes. Come on. Is he stuck? Looks like he is stuck in a rock. Come on. Ah, no, he's not. What? So yeah, as you can see, the AI definitely needs some work here. But when it works, actually, I saw the, like when you wander around, I saw the things like, you know, those hunters fighting with passive creeps, like those slime, for example. Not sure why they are not fighting now. Maybe they're too far away from each other. Ah, he's probably gonna attack now, right? Yep, there you go. So the mobs are actually fighting between each other, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then here we have a quest giver, which again sells pets, so it's not so interesting for us. So when you kill them, you do get experience and you do have levels. If you look above my hotbar, you will see that I'm level 2 and my XP is like in the middle. The thing is that those levels, as far as I understand at the moment, don't really give you anything, so I hope they will add some sort of a progression there, maybe some stats, maybe some even skills and talents, something MMO-like. I mean, if I actually were to say that this game feels like World of Warcraft meets, I don't know, Minecraft and first-person or third-person shooter, which is, I think, a very cool thing. You know, you can build your base and it all works very nice in third person, has very nice graphics. Just needs a bit more polish, a bit more content in it. Oh, look, turret works, yay! Why is it just murdered quest giver who's not actually aggressive? Okay, so turrets does not give a shit about who they attack. Okay. Alright. Maybe it was not such a good idea to put them here, but whatever. So yeah, definitely would be cool to see more content here, but yeah, I forgot about the vehicles, so let's have a look at what we have here. So one thing I have is motorcycle, I think, is it? Motorcycle? Vehicles. Motorcycle, yes. So, as you can see here, it's quite fast, and we can actually ride around. I cannot shoot from it right now, but I can draw my gun, so it would be cool to be able to shoot from it. Then and have a mounted combat, that would be even better. South Bulldog. There are quite a lot of, the variety of monsters is like pretty large. I've seen, I don't know, up to 20 species maybe, which is pretty cool. Let's try to find someone awesome. There was some really large creatures last time because I spawned near some very high level zone and they just murdered me. Those are boring. Level 6. So we're now in level 4-7 if you saw this message on top. Harvester, yeah, whatever. Sparking flying bug. Okay. Yeah, so this is motorcycle. It's pretty cool. I mean, pretty fun to use. Let's jump off of it and let's use a jetpack. You do have a jetpack here. I don't think it has any limitations as of now, so you can actually fly as far as you want. Can we land on this thing, please? Please say we can land in here. That would be awesome. Yeah. As you can see, the sound effects for it are a bit raw. They just sound like very horrible loop. But still, the fact that you can use that is pretty awesome. So we have some strange rock hanging in there. The whole game is procedurally generated, and as far as I understood, the levels are basically endless. So you can explore endlessly. And then there will be a Stargate which will allow you to warp to different level, basically. Oh, there's a vendor. Let's talk to him. Mr. Vendor. Vendroid, okay. Let's turn off that thing that annoys me. So, let's talk to him. As you can see, he again sells just pets for now, but maybe we'll sell something different later. Okay. What else? I think that's about it. We have some huge bulldog here. I have a sword. Let's try to chop him with a sword, right? There we go. Like when the latency is not spiking, the combat feels very fluid and very awesome. The only problem is that you need to have latency below, I think, like 50 milliseconds at the moment, at least with the current code. It looks like there's like literally no compensation for lagging in there. Come on. Holy crap, he's tough. Ouch. Okay, maybe let's try to use a shotgun. Already. Come on. How many bullets do I need to put in you to kill you? Okay, he's level 6 and I'm level 2, so that might be... Ah, there we go. What do we get? We get some blueprints that I already know. So as you can see, getting blueprints is quite easy as well. You just get them from animals that you kill, or enemies that you kill, actually. Okay, let's... You know what, let's try to find a dungeon, maybe, because I haven't seen those until yet. Not even sure if they are here. Probably they are, but I just haven't seen one. So I have not found any dungeons, but I did found this thing. Let's take a look. What is this? Resources too high level for you, level 6. I wonder what's in there, actually. But yeah, as you can see, there's plenty of stuff to explore. Those guys are big as well. One thing I would notice that I would definitely want more options to configure the game and to be able to increase the view distance, because at the moment it's not very big. Sometimes you don't even see enemies. Level 3, still too big. Okay. I guess we can wrap it up here now. So this was GRAV, action survival game. It is available on Steam Early Access for $20 or your regional equivalent. You can also get a 4-pack. It's pretty interesting, even if you don't want to get it now, because there is, the content here is... I don't know, you can beat it maybe in 4 or 5 hours if you play normally. Even if you don't want to get it for this and you want to wait until it has more, it's definitely something to put into your wish list and, track the updates for, because it looks very promising, and man, it's Unreal Engine 4, it looks very good. Hello consumer, yes, hello there Vendroid thing. This one is probably, yeah, level 6. Ah, yeah. Okay, let's wrap it up here. So, this was GRAV, thank you for watching, and as always, see you in your next update. Bye!